Everyone. Today I'm going to share with you a technique that I am doing for my binding on my travel log. I showed you my travel log yesterday, and I've come up with the idea where I'm going to just do a small binding here in the middle and then add straps on like this to make it look like it's bound by like a leather strap. And I'm going to show you how I made these today because they kind of look like leather. Put that up there so you can see it. It kind of looks like leather. So I'm going to show you how I did this. Now to get started, what I did was I used my Tim Holtz vintage findings, hardware findings, and I cut this piece out of grungeboard. And I'm going to take some vintage photo, and there's really no right or wrong way to do this because all you want to do is just get the ink on here. Sorry for the shaky video. Okay, so I'm going to take my vintage photo and just cover my piece. And you're going to want to do the edges and get them so it doesn't look like, just raw grunge board on the edge. So take your time, get all your edges really good. And we're also going to want to do the back of this, even though we're really not going to see too much of this, is just so it's not left raw, because you'll be able to see the inside of this once it's on the book. So I'm just going to get my ink on here. Okay. That looks good. Let me get some more on the front here, a little darker. When we're going to cover this with UTEE. When you cover it with UTEE, it's going to make it a little darker anyway. So, okay, so I'm going to take some walnut stain and just add a few highlights here and there. Again, just kind of, usually it's kind of like, just put it wherever. Leather's a natural product, so nothing is going to be the same in every product or in a piece of leather. And we're going to take black soot, and I'm just using a finger dauber, and just putting a few other highlights in here, a couple more dark spots. Because as leather ages, it changes color, and you're going to have, natural parts where it's darker than others. You're a little more around the nail holes. Okay, and pretty much that's it. We're done with this part. It wasn't that easy. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our Versamark. Actually, before I do that, let me heat set this. Okay, and as you can see, as this dried, it did get a little bit darker, which is good. Okay, let's go ahead. We're going to stick this in our Versamark. And get it really good and covered with our Versamark. We want our UTEE to really stick. Okay. Alright, that looks good. We'll take my little pan here with my UTEE, and I'm just going to stick it down in here. Get it good and covered. Almost looks like a piece of candy with the sugar coating on it. Just dump off our excess. It's okay if it gets on the back, don't worry about that. Okay, take our heat gun, and when I do this, before I heat set this, because I'm going to speed this up, I am going to heat this to where it's just melted, so it has a little bit of the bumpiness to it. I don't want it exactly smooth. It's kind of almost like, it almost kind of reminds me of hammered iron, but it's got a leather color. So when you do this, just stop short of melting it completely. Okay, and then we'll just let that dry. Sticking to my paper. I UTEE'd it to the paper. And there we are. I got two pieces that look like leather. And then when we go and put them on the book, I'll be able to hold that there. And we'll have our binding in the middle. And that's what it'll look like. And these will wrap around the back. Now I don't have distressed brads to use, so I found these in my stash. They are black and they have a little bit of sparkle to them, which is, it's okay. I mean, I'm not 100% happy with that, but if I find something else to use, I'll use it. But we'll just put them in there. It kind of looks nice in there. And I'll just attach them, you know, spread them out in the back, and then attach this with some sticky strip, and that will be it. I'm also putting this, I think I'm putting this on the front cover, but I might do this in a metal. I have some metal embossing powders I want to try with this. So I'm going to try those and see how that works out. And when I have decided what I'm going to do, I will let you know, and I'll show you what I do with it. Thanks. See you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.